Hello, guys. Welcome to our podcast. Let's talk on site. It's such a pleasure to be back on your view, talking and discussing about the matter that happened just around us, guys. My name is Tina, and I will be your host for today's video. In this podcast, we will talk about an issue that has been going around in the minds of young people, especially students from around the Indonesia. Some says that this issue is unnecessary, but the opposite said different. They said that this is a good practice. But does it a good practice? Does it not a good practice? In this part 1, we will try to break down one by one about the reasons, purposes, impacts, advantages, and the disadvantages about this practice. And also, guys, disclaimer, all of the new information that you guys will learn is pure opinion supported by knowledge and also experiences. However, what is this issue that we were going to talk about? Do you guys know it? I bet you don't. So, the issues that we were going to talk about is about the purpose and also the impact of the 7 o'clock class in the school. However, guys, do not worry because I will not be talking alone. Because in this video, in this part, we have a very special guests who will give us insights and also new knowledge about impacts and purposes of this practice. Without further ado, I introduce to you Rico and Laurent. Thank you so much for participating to be our guest in this video, Rico and also Laurent. Beforehand, let me introduce to you. My name is Tina and I will be the host for these videos. And also, before we start our discussion and our conversation, can you guys introduce yourselves to me, to us, to the audiences of all from around the world, about your name, your whereabouts if you want to, your social if you want to, and probably around your about your occupation. Please, thank you.
Okay, so hello guys, my name is Rico. My full name is Ricardo da Conceição Florendo Abrantes, but you can call me Rico. I'm from class B and I'm from batch 23. My student number is 231214055. And for my social media, you can find it on Instagram, but you need to search it by yourself.
Okay, how about you?
Hello guys, my name is Laurent. My full name is Laurent Febina Bersembiring. I am from class C and my last 3-digit number is 085.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for your brief introduction. So now, guys, I still remember about the pain, the misery, and also agony of coming to school at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Whoa.
It's every day except Saturday. But when we're in junior high school and also elementary, we have to go every day, right?
Yes.
It's at 7 a.m., guys. Do you guys also feel the same like me? It's so much pain to just come to just take a shower in the morning because it's, oh my god. Do you guys also feel the same?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I heard that it's also a rule, right? You have to come to school at 7 a.m. It's a rule, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Rico and Lauren, I'm sorry. I want to know about your opinion about that rule. That just one rule. You have to come at school at 7 a.m. But if you guys want to add another rule that you also feel the same, I don't want this to be rule, but why it has to be rule, it's also welcome. So I want Lauren to answer my question first.
In my opinion, school rules like arriving on time is very difficult for me because the range from my house to my school is so far. We need 30 minutes to arrive. I have to wake up early, like at 5 a.m. to
Oh my
prepare
God.
everything before I go.
Oh my God.
And to other rules, we also wearing the correct uniform
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
keeping phones away when we learn in class.
Yes.
It might feel strange sometimes, but I think it helps create a more focused and respectful environment where everyone has a fair chance to learn. Plus, they also teach us responsibility, which is something we'll need to long after school over.
Okay, so uh you also like you have a polarized feelings about this, like you don't like wearing the same uniform, the correct uniform every time, and you also don't like the fact that you have to keep your phone away. But despite this, sorry guys, I'm a human. Of course, I make mistakes, but you also feel like you gain something from it, like wearing the same uniform, and also turn your phone off when you in a class. It also teach you to become responsible, right?
yeah.
And to become disciplined, something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's a very, very interesting answer, guys. Now let's turn to Rico. How about you?
Okay, so we talk about coming to school at 7, and I hear about some things that you said that makes me interesting. There are discipline and responsibility.
Yes.
For me myself, from my experience of coming to school at 7, from elementary school to senior high school, for me I think it is a personal burden to wake up in the morning 6 a.m. It is from elementary school to
Yes.
junior high school because my school is pretty close to my house. So I can wake up at 6. So at, at night I can sleep at about 12 or 11 because I love to stay up at night. Yes,
Okay.
but the problem is when I reach the senior high school, there are COVID.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I feel joy because I don't have to come to school.
Yes.
But in my second grade, about 2022,
Yes,
2023,
2022, 20, yeah,
2021?
20,
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that.
I need to come to school, and the distance from the school to my house is quite far.
How far?
About
Around.
15 to 20 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my
15.
God.
I think about 15.
15?
Yes, it took me about 30 minutes to go. Yes.
Oh.
So I need to wake up at 5, getting myself prepared, and yeah, to be honestly, from my elementary school, I usually come late to school because
No.
yeah, it is a problem for me. I think my I lack of discipline and responsibility. Yeah, I'm sorry for my teacher. Yeah, I think the teacher that has the task to look forward to children or students that is late knows me very well. Yeah, it is such a burden for me to come to school at 7.
Do you have like any other rules that you despise?
Oh yeah, same for Laurent. It is about the uniform.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow, I need to come to school tidy.
Yes.
You know, like when you use the uniform, you need to use the shirt and put it on inside the pants. You know,
Yes,
like
yeah.
you need to be tidy.
Yeah.
Using in the Monday, you need to use the
Yeah.
tie. You need to.
Yes.
It is such a burden for me. I love Friday because I can use the shirt outside of my pants. I didn't need to care about is it going to be tidy or not when I'm going home because my mom always
Scolding you.
yes,
Oh.
if I go home but my
Your
uniform is not
isn't
tidy.
Okay. Okay, so I think that experiences are also like a general experiences. Like if your uniform is not tidy, then either your mom or your teacher will be disciplined you.
Yes.
And yeah, I also feel the same about the uniform because like we have to use it every day, every time. And I don't know about you guys, but my school is so hot. So I'm sweating like I'm a ocean because it's so hot and you have to wear the same uniform the next day. And like if you don't have two same uniforms, something like that, then I think you need to take a shower with a perfume, guys. If not, then it will be stink. Okay, guys. So because we already talked about this rule about coming to school at 7, do you guys ever think about the purpose of this practice? And do you guys also ever think like the reason why the government want us to come to school at such an early hour? Can we start at Rico probably? What's your opinion about
Okay,
this?
last we talk about discipline and responsibility. So I think why the government want us to come to school at 7 is because they want to teach us some discipline, how to wake up early, and then beside of the discipline, I think by coming to school at 7, we can go home at afternoon,
Oh yeah.
usually about 2, 3, or max about 4. Then when we go home, we can use our time at the afternoon to do a lot of things. For example, like we can use it to do our hobbies, we can use it to help our parents, or we
Yeah.
can play, do something we like,
Yeah.
or this is the thing that I don't like the most. We need to do the task that is being given by the teacher.
Yes, that's true.
Plus, if the teacher, of course, there's in one day there would be a lot of
Tasks.
lessons that
Oh
we
yes.
learn.
Yes.
Each lesson, the teacher would be different. Each of them, if they give us task,
Yeah.
then it would be such a burden for me.
Oh yeah. And that's your opinion about this whole
Yes.
ordeal, right? How about you, Lauren? Do you have like any opinion, or do you also feel the same like Rico? Like the government is just want to teach us about being disciplined and also being responsible of our own choices, even though sometimes the choices is being forced to. How about you? How about you? Do you have any comments about this?
Yeah. Personally, I think starting school early as ulangi. Personally, I think starting school early has its pros and cons. I get why school do it. It fits it fits in with parents' work schedule and makes the day feel more productive. But from my experience, waking up so early can be tough,
Yes.
especially for teenagers.
Yes.
Our brains
That's
just
true.
don't feel fully awake that early in the morning, and it's harder to stay focused in class.
Yeah, that's true though. Like I can feel your feelings, you guys' feelings that we have to finish the task. No, the tasks because there's a lot of tasks in the senior or whether junior, and also the thing that is interesting for me is like when Rico said that uh, when you're in school, then you have to come at 7 a.m. and then in the afternoon, then you can go home. So probably like around 2. You said that,
Yeah,
right?
around 2, 4.
Is that in when you're in junior or senior? Around 2.
It's from max 4 is senior high school.
So like
Yes.
if there's no agenda or something like that, then it's just around 2. The school ends around 2.
No, the lesson done at 4.
Oh,
4 or
at
3, I forgot. It's been
Oh.
2 years.
So, like, just imagine, guys, that we have to come to school at 7 a.m. and then spend our days in school until 4 p.m. From my own experiences, after I done the school thing, my body feels so tired. Like I don't have the energy to do anything. So I don't know about those ideas. I think that the government is only generalized about this idea. So yeah, I don't want to talk about it. If not, then I will be gone. Okay. So, for the next question, guys, do you guys ready for it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, you guys ready for it, right? So, for the next question, guys, based on your own experiences, you actually hinted it about the impact of this rule that you have to come at 7. You actually have hinted it that you feel sleepy right throughout the day. Can you tell us more about it? Like, what is the impact of you feeling sleepy for whole day?
I believe that early school hours can work well for some students, but not for everyone. Sure, it's nice having the afternoon free for sport and relaxing, but if you are not getting enough sleep, the whole day feels harder. I've noticed that when I don't sleep enough, I'm way less focused in class. So even though the idea of starting early sounds efficient, it can backfire if students are constantly tired.
Okay, you're absolutely right, Lauren, that sometimes even though we see it as something that is positive, sometimes it can backfire, right? And yeah, I think we need to more of to think about it thoroughly. Okay, so how about you, Rico? Do you have any opinions?
So when we talk about the impact, I could see that from my experience and when I look at my other friends, we lack of the focus. So when the teacher explains something,
Yeah.
we see the teacher, we see what he or she
Yeah.
teach us, but it's hard to memorize it, especially when it comes to exam.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no.
yes. I can relate to that.
Yes. And for me, from my experience, I feel sleepy all the time. I said it earlier that I'm the person that loves to stay up at night
Late at
until
night.
late at night
Yeah.
for about 12 and 1 went to go to sleep. So when I go to school, especially in my senior high school,
You
but
just feel sleepy.
for me, I think the impact is not always about the bad thing. I see from the positive side that coming to school at 7 a.m., I can see that we are forced to maintain a healthy life.
Oh yeah.
Like we need to sleep early.
Do
Yeah.
you?
No, I can see, but I didn't do. Yeah, like that. Nice. I can see that, but I didn't do. We need to maintain a healthy life by coming to school at 7 a.m. We are forced to have a healthy life. For example, like we need to sleep earlier and then wake
Yes.
up earlier
Yes.
because it is not good for our health, for our body to wake up,
To sleep late at
sleep
night and
late.
then wake up so early in the morning.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, so you said that this is a habit, right?
Yes.
Did you still do it until now? Yeah, you still do it. Okay, so I can relate to both of you about the sleepy thingy because I also feel that. And when I was in my senior high school, I think around 12th grade. So like it's a funny story because my senior high school is like a public schools, right? So the break from for uh what is the code if the prayer is goes for 12 p.m. Duhur. So for if they want to salat duhur, then the break is like around 45 minutes. So it's a bit long. So my friends, they really uh, they use this like in extents. Do you guys still remember like if we have sports day or something like that, then they have mattress?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
So
of course.
they brought mattress into our class.
Oh.
Even though there's a teachers teaching, they sleep on it. And like one mattress can consist four and no, 5 until 8 people. So they sleep on it. So to that extent. And I also feel sleepy all the time because I have to woke up at 6 a.m. or woke up at 5 a.m. to yeah, to do some homework or something like that, and have to come to school at 7 a.m. is such a burden. So that is my experience, guys, and also from my friends. You also have hinted it, but how about you, Lauren? Like, if you can say like your sisters, brothers, or your best friend or friend have complained about this, have they?
To me, starting school early is a bit of mixed bag. On one hand, it's helped build routine and give us more time in the day.
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, it can really mess with our sleep and energy,
Oh, yes.
especially we're staying up late studying or just struggling fall asleep early.
Yes,
It
that's true.
in the long run, I think schools should consider whether the benefit of early start outweigh the downside, especially for teenagers.
That's true, Lauren, because like honestly, back in my senior high school day, I also found the difficulty to sleep early, even though not every day, not like Rico here, but like almost every day. Like I have the difficulty to sleep early because in that time I really like to read. So like I feel that school has cut my time to read a books, and then after that, after school is around like 4 p.m., right? And then usually back then, my brother would pick me up with a car, and also with my mom, and also with my kire. Kire is my dog, and then after that we would like going around Magelang, and so it takes like around 1 hour. So when I arrive at home it's around like 5 p.m. So I only got around like, I don't know, 5 hours or something like that, and it's not enough. It's not enough. So yeah, I can relate that to you. But how about you, Rico? Do you have like, I think that you have some interesting stories about your friend. Can you tell us about it?
I don't want to talk about my friends. I would keep. Well, I want to keep their privacy. Your guys safe. Maybe from my brother.
Oh, okay.
In the morning, I always woken up because he is always murmuring about coming to school at 7. He's always. It's like he's angry about to come to school. He feels so bored. He's murmuring all the time.
It's because he feels like angry, and he's like just like it's too much, something like that,
Yes.
right?
He doesn't want to come to school. He doesn't want to come to school.
So he said that every day.
Yes, every day, every morning.
Why is he same like me though? Because that's also what I'm always murmuring every time. Like in my senior, okay guys, don't follow that story. So yeah, in my senior high school, I also despise it. I have to come every day. I hate to come to school because yeah, it takes a lot of your time from 7 until 4. Then after that, I don't have the energy to do anything about it, right? So for your brother, I can feel him. Okay, guys. So for the last questions, in your guys' opinion, or if you guys have ever like read about this topic, can you guys name about the advantages or the disadvantages? Although you guys have already hinted it from the start, but I want you guys to like point it out about these two topics. So for these two topics, can you guys name it and also explain probably about it? Just a brief explanation. So how about you, Rico? Can you go first?
Okay, when we talk about advantages or disadvantages, I actually have hinted out that by coming to school at 7, it helps students in their time management.
Oh yes.
By coming to school at 7, then they would come home approximately about 4 or 6, I don't know. if they have other activities
Yes,
or
extracurricular,
yeah,
something
soccer
like
that they take.
that.
But in the afternoon, they could do what I said earlier. They could do their hobbies, they could
Yes,
do other activities that they like, helping their parents. And the most important thing is to do their task. Yeah, always
yes.
do your task because
Or
it helps.
gaming.
Do your task first because it helps boost your grade if you didn't do well at the exam because of sleepy and lack of focus. Uh, for me, I think the main advantages is about the time management.
Okay, so like that is the advantages.
Advantages,
So what
yes.
I said earlier about gaming, no, you cannot do that, guys.
You can do
Game,
that actually, but you need to do your task first.
yeah, you have to do your task first. That's what I meant, but I cannot phrase it well. Sorry, guys. So what you just said earlier is about the advantages.
Yes.
But can you also give us about the disadvantages?
Yeah, for the disadvantages, already hinted at. It's about the lack of focus.
Yes.
For some people who lack the discipline, like me, they will feel sleepy all the time. They will lack of focus in the school. That would affect their grades.
Yes, that's true.
They they will, yeah, probably can, but the biggest percentage is they would not do well in their exam because they didn't know what to answer.
They didn't know what to answer
Yeah.
because of their lack of focus, their lack of attention,
Yes.
and the source of those lackness is because of sleepiness. And those source of sleepiness is because they don't have time to do their hobbies.
I think I agree with Rico because lack of focus can affect students' performance.
Yes, that's true though, because it's also related to all of us based on our stories, just what we said earlier, guys, because it is indeed like the main problem why we didn't do well in our exam or in our tasks, like everyday assignments or something like that. It's probably because of this lack of focus, lack of attention. Most of people, like not most of people, but a lot of people said that the source of this lack of attention is because we look at our phone every day, right?
Mm.
But you also need to know like about not the psychology, like the biologically from that. Like if you feel like tired, or if you feel like you don't have energy to do anything, then naturally then you cannot focus on everything, right? You cannot
Yes.
focus on anything because you just feel tired, you just feel like you want to sleep, you just want to take a rest and something like that. So there's no need to fully blame it on phone or social media or something like that. It's a matter that we need to review it on ourselves, like what is the cause of it. So guys, it is true that there are many advantages and also disadvantages, the impacts and also the purpose of this practice in students' life. And the opinion is, of course, very varied because it came from two different peoples, and probably from my opinion too. So it came from three different people too. And this practice is also can be positive and it also can be negative. It depends on how you view it. It also depends on how you deal with it, because probably for example like he said himself that he's not a very responsible guy, or he's not disciplined, so he deal with it like negatively. And Lauren, he's not, he's sorry, and Lawrence, he said that she also view it negatively because the range from her house and also from to her school is quite far, so it also takes a lot, right, to go there and also come back probably. And also me, the range is not too far, but like the amounts of assignments that burden us. So the So, like what I said earlier, all of this is only depends on how how you guys, the audience, view it. Because from my perspective, I see this practice that I have to come to school at 7 a.m. is like a torture from beginning, resulting me to yawn every second since the first hour starts when I was in my high school era or in junior and in elementary school era. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for Rico and also Laurent for being present in this video. I appreciate it very, very much. I also thank you guys for your opinion, for your experiences, and also that actually we kind of related. We kind of related with each other because of the same experiences. And also, I thank you guys for giving this video a chance, and I really thank you guys for also enjoying this video through. I hope you have a very good day, and I see you on the next video. Let's talk on site. Thank you and goodbye. Hello, guys! Welcome back to our podcast. Let's talk on site. It's such a pleasure to be back on your view, guys, talking and discussing about the matter that happened just around us, guys. My name is Tina, and I will be your host for these videos. In this podcast, we will talk about an issue that has been going around in the minds of young people, especially students around the Indonesia. Some says that this issue is unnecessary, but the opposite said differently. They said that it is a good practice. However, guys, does it a good practice? Does it not a good practice? In this video, we will try to break down one by one about the reasons, purposes, impacts, advantages, and also the disadvantages about this practice. Okay, guys, before that, disclaimer. All of the new information that you guys will learn is pure opinion supported by knowledge and also experiences. However, what is this issue that we were going to talk about? Just like from our part 1 video, we talk about how we have to come to school at 7 o'clock, right? But the main focus of our part 1 video is about the purpose and also about the impact. However, in this video, we are going to talk about the effects of coming to school at 7 a.m. from cognitive and academic impact perspective. So guys, from the last video, we were accompanied by two brilliant guest stars who gave us a rather interesting view and reason about this practice. Because the last video we were with the guest stars, of course, this video doesn't want to be left out, guys. I will not be alone, of course, because there will be two beautiful girls who will be with me throughout our session. Let me introduce to you guys Nurul and Ayu. Okay, thank you so much, girls, for coming to our podcast today. Before we start, my name is Tina, and I will be your host for today's video. Please, guys, before we start our whole discussion and also agenda, can you guys tell us your name? If you want to, then you can also tell us about your full name or your occupation or your social, something like that. Please, you can start with you first.
Okay. Hello guys, so my name is Ayu Rizky Ramadhani. You can call me Ayu. And I'm a student of Sanata Dharma University. And my student number's last three digit is 091.
Ooh.
And hello guys, my name is Nurul Khoiriyah. You can call me Nurul. And my student number is, and my three last digit student number is 083.
Ooh, that's really interesting, guys. So, thank you so much for coming at this video. So, guys, my opinion is still the same as the last video. I still despise it to going to 7 a.m. class because I will be sleep deprived throughout the whole day. Do you guys also feel the same? That you will be sleepy and then you'll be tired or like something moody or something like that. You also guess.
Yeah.
So we're feeling the same, guys. So I want to ask you guys some questions. In your guys' words, what is the advantages of this practice? Practice. I mean, like we have to come to school at 7 a.m. But in this video, I want you guys to explain it from like a cognitive perspective, like on how the brain works and something like that. Because if it from my own opinion, I don't see it. I don't see there's advantages because I only feel sleepy all the time. So can you guys explain to us, please?
Well, from a cognitive standpoint, one advantage is structured routine. Our brain tend to perform better with regular habits, like waking up early and sticking to a schedule help train the brain to be more alert about those hours. There's also the benefit of fewer distraction in the early morning, means students might be more focused during their first lesson.
I agree with Nurul because another plus is a cognitive priming. It starting the day early, it can set the tone for a productive mindset. It's like a being at school by 7 code in theory. Activate that learning switch faster and lead to better information retention throughout the day.
So like our brain, like government is actually trying to teach us more like our brain to be productive, like just what you said earlier that
Yes.
brain is tending to like schedule or something like that. Okay, and that is like what they expected, right? Like we can have a productive mindset, that we can be disciplined also, right? Like I
course.
think that is the purpose of all of these 7 mornings. Just they just want us to be disciplined, and by doing so, it can help our brain to develop so we can be more productive like
That's
that.
right.
Okay, so that is like the advantages, right, guys? Can you guys also name the disadvantages about it?
Uh, for me, the disadvantages is not all the brains are wired the same because research shows that adolescents naturally experience a shift in their circadian rhythms. It's like a meaning their brains don't actually want to be alert early in the morning.
So, forcing the student to come in the 7 a.m. can lead to sleep depression, like which affect attention, memory, and even emotional regularly. In short, tired brain don't learn well. Instead of helping cognitive development, early start time might actually hinder it for many students.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think I can agree with you guys about that adolescents, that kid, students, everyone brain is not the same because like they can develop their cognitive skills early and some may not. So I think with this routine, even though sometimes routine is good, but sometimes routine is also not good because you have to be forced to do something that probably some people likes it, but some people may also not likes it, right? Yeah, it can, if we see it from a positive side, yes, it's a good practice because it will teach them about discipline. But how about the negative one, right?
Yeah.
Like what will this practice teach them? It teach them to be like uh someone who oppose to the rules because they do something that they don't like. Coming to school at 7 a.m. is like forcing someone to do something that they didn't like. And the result of this practice of doing something that you don't like, sometimes it's not positive. It's not always negative though, but it's more on the negative side. So, yeah. And I also want to ask you guys, weighing from the advantages and also the disadvantages about this particular practice, how about the effectiveness of this practice? And can you guys also say about the reason, like why this practice is effective or not?
To be honest, I'd say the rule has limited effectiveness. It sounds good on paper, discipline, structure, productively. But in real life, if students are barely awake, struggling to stay alert, the effectiveness drops fast. Like learning is not just about being present in physically, it's about being mentally ready. So unless students are sleeping early and getting enough rest, this rule might be more harm than good.
Yes, it's like the 7th hour class aims to improve discipline, effectivity, and academic performance. It can improve time management, focus, and use of resources and prepare students for professional life, and also allowing more time for extracurriculars. But however, it can lead to less sleep, lower engagement, travel issues, increased stress, and less time with family. It's like its effectiveness depends on the balance between these pros and cons, with potential adjustment needed to support student well-being and logistical challenges.
Okay, what you guys just said is an interesting opinion, guys. Because yes, because of this practice, lots of students not have a stable mentality because, like, just imagine the stress, the sleep deprivation, and also so on, and also about your opinion earlier about like this practice is actually like preparing students for their professional life, right?
Yes, that's right.
But students needs to be children, right? Then how can we provide that? Because if we force them to live this way because we prepare them for their professional life later on, then their feeling as a children, their feeling as a kids will be gone, and then it resulting a void human with no feelings, with no hope, with no creativity, imagination, or even critical thinking skills because of this. And of course, the factors is not just only about have to come to school at 7 a.m., but it can be the indicators though. Okay, guys. Because you guys said just about your own opinion, like what you just said earlier before about some three questions. Uh, but this question is about from the student's perspective. Have you ever like make a research about what's the students' response about this practice? Do they feel mad, or are they feel like happy, sad, or just like meh, or something like that?
Yeah, sometimes I do some research about that, and personally, I think the most of the students it feels frustrated with this rule, and a lot of them have said they feel constantly tired,
Ah.
especially in the early morning classes. You can't really blame them because some of them wake up at 5 just to make it to the school by 7. And that fatigue definitely impacts their focus and motivation. It's not just about discipline, it's about a mental readiness, and I think students are trying to say, hey, we're not at our best this early.
Yeah, I got it that. But I've also talked to students who actually that the early start. They say finishing school early is giving them more time for what can I say?
Like preparing?
Yeah, like that. And some feel the morning hours is quieter, less of chaotic, and actually help them focus better.
Yes, I agree.
So while a lot of students struggle, there's definitely group the thrive with the 7 a.m. rules. It's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
So like what we just did, what we just think, what we just thought, and the reality of it. Of course, there are some people who thrives with the idea of coming early to the schools, and also there are some people that struggle to come to the school because of different backgrounds, different occupation or something like that, and the range also from their house to the school is also quite vary, right? So in the end, it's all just depends. It's all just depends on those who feel it, guys. So like for the last question, guys, what should we do? Like as a future generation, as a future leader generation, should do if the rule never changed? Like basically, if the rule never changed, those who will suffer it will be like our children, right? Because we already like experience it and we already know the advantages or the disadvantages. We already know the positive or the negative impact of it. In your guys' opinion, what should we do about it if the rule never change? And what should we do if the rules ever change?
Maybe if the rule never changes, school need to adapt around it. Maybe by starting in the daylight subjects, allowing more time for rest before heavy cognitive tasks, and school could also offer guidance on healthy sleep habits and the time management.
But as what Tina said, if the rules does change and start times shift later, says like to 8 a.m. or even 8:30 a.m., we might actually see improvement in student attention, like emotional balance and academic performance. It's not just a speculation, but some schools that made this change already report better outcomes.
Yes, guys, just like what you said earlier, of course, if the rule never changed, then school must adapt it, right?
Yeah.
But like, even though you said that the school must be start with like lighter subject or something like that, I think it's just only in our imagination because like the background that the teacher must like the because we're in the fourth semester, we know that we have learning objectives and something like
course.
that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that even though if we decide that let's start the morning era with something that lighter, I think it will be probably impossible to do so because of the learning objective that the students needs to fulfill, something like that. And also if ever the school, if ever the rule is changed into like 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m., yeah, I think it will be so much good for the students, also for the teacher, because the teacher's house is also far, right? So so not only the range of the house and the school just for students that far, no, the teachers also, the range is also quite far. So I think it will benefits not only the students but also the teachers about these roles. But like I think we just kind of need to be realistic, because right now the rules hasn't changed, and I don't know if it will change in the future. We just hope, guys. We can only hope about it. And if it never changed, then in the end everything is depends like on those who feel it. Like coming to school at 7 a.m. can be positive, because like what Lauren in our part one said, that it's probably to adapt their parents office hours, something like that. And of course it probably make them more effective to come to the school to pick them up, or to like, yeah, something like that. And of course it's the one of the positive sides. And also the other one, the negative, is that they have to feel sleepy and have to lack of focus and something like that. But in the end everything is only depends on those who feel it, because from government sees this practice as something that can help them in preparing their professional life, and also develop some sense of responsibility, right? But however, after we learn from video part one and also this part two, not every rule can be effective, because the applicant is different. They come from different backgrounds, ideologies, occupancies, and yeah, you can name the rest of it. Because of these differences, a rule cannot be it cannot be followed like effectively, because you cannot just generalize a rule without seeing the the problem, seeing the from other perspectives and something like that. And we as a human also need to be creative about what should we do in maintaining our life or our children based on the rules that we should follow. Like for this example, that we have to come to school at 7 a.m. So we need to be creative on how we manage our time.
Exactly.
So how we really use our time effectively. So we need to be creative with that. So everything can be fine, but of course it will be challenging. Anyways, thank you so much for Ayu and also Nurul. Thank you so much, girls, for being present in this video. I appreciate it very much, and also appreciate it for giving us new insights. I also thank you guys for giving us a very interesting opinion about these problems. And I so believe that the viewers here will get knowledge from you guys. And I also thank you guys for giving this video a chance.
Yeah.
And I also thank you guys for enjoying it through. I hope you have a very good day, and I see you in the next video. Let's talk on site. Thank you and goodbye.